Hi there, this is Hal Wilkerson. I'd like to say welcome to Carbon Copy Pro. Welcome to my team. And I wanted to introduce myself to you and take a few minutes and give you some expectations on what you can expect as you begin your journey with Carbon Copy Pro. This is the way that I live my life is directly derived from this statement. How far you go in life depends on you being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and the strong. Because someday in life you will have been all of these things. And that's George Washington Carver, a very wise man. Okay, welcome to the team. Here's what I'm going to outline for you in this video. Number one, what to expect now that you've joined Carbon Copy Pro. Number two, what I expect from you as a member of my team. Okay, and number three, when am I going to start making money? All right. All three very important sections. All right, number one, who am I? Okay, well, my name is Hal Wilkerson. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I now live in Hawaii. My background, I have a bachelor's of business administration. I worked in the pharmaceutical sales industry for a couple of years. I went back to school actually for seminary and worked on a master's of divinity for a short while. Found out that was not my calling. Went back actually and worked I actually joined the Navy in December of 2001. I actually was commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy and went on to fly these bad boys here. That's the EA-6B Prowler. All right. I am currently living in Hawaii on what they call a shore tour. Soon to exit the Navy, I will be working on Carbon Copy Pro full-time. Some hobbies, I'm a stand-up paddleboarder. I also play the guitar, and I have a trained Irish setter who can sing Irish jigs. I'm just kidding about the Irish setter part, but I do have an Irish setter. All right, I'm a leader in Carbon Copy Pro. If you'd like to see what kind of leader, look at my leaderboard numbers, and you can see exactly what kind of a leader I am. I see the numbers always tell the story. Okay, now what can you expect now that you've joined Carbon Copy Pro? Number one, overwhelm. Okay, this is going to be overwhelming, but you know what they say, it's better to be overwhelmed and overpaid than underwhelmed and underpaid. Okay, so get used to the fact that there is going to be some overwhelm here, especially for the first couple of weeks. All right, however, after you get through this first couple of weeks, you're going to start realizing and understanding and seeing what is important, what isn't, which is good. It's a very steep learning curve though, so you've got to keep at it, and all I ask of you is just do a little bit each day. All right, learn a little bit every day, and over time it's like felling a giant oak with an axe, one swipe at a time. Okay, also I want you to expect these two things: to become a success and to become a leader. All right, and here's why. When you expect to become a success, you actually become a success. There's a statement that the CEO of our company actually makes. It says, you will never outperform your self-image. All right? Think about that. You will never outperform your self-image. If you haven't considered it, if you can't see it, then you won't achieve it. But if you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you see it, you will achieve it. All right? So expect to become a success. If not, you're probably in the wrong place. But I know that if you've already taken this step, you are expecting to succeed. All right? Number two, expect to become a leader. All right? Our organization is comprised of some of the top leaders in this company. All right, you are soon to be to become one yourself. So you need to, from day one, begin cultivating the expectation of leadership. You'll hear that phrase in our training over and over again. All right, and from day one here, I want you to expect to become a leader. All right. Now, here's the things that I expect from you. Number one, I expect you to be teachable. All right. If you can't you don't have to be, okay? You can work this business and do it however you want to. All I'm saying is that it's my commitment to you is to show you and save you from the mistakes that I made, all right? Also, be patient. This is not a quick business. This is not a quick dollar. This is not a quick buck. This is a legitimate business, all right? It takes patience. You will make money, but it takes time, all right? Now, speaking of money, I don't want you to spend any money on marketing tools for the first 10 days. And you may say, How? What do you mean? How can I make money if I'm not spending money on marketing and whatnot? No, you will, okay, but you have to pay attention and you have to realize that there's levels of competence. Where you're at right now, okay, is what I call unconscious incompetence. You just started. Don't take this, don't take offense to this. I'm just saying, you don't know what you don't know right now, all right? That's my job, is to train you, number one, to what you need to know, and number two, to show you what you don't know, all right? It's like a kid that's learning to tie the shoe. When he starts out, he doesn't even know that he doesn't know how to tie a shoe, okay? Now, after you begin getting an education, you begin to develop conscious incompetence, and that's when you know you don't know how to do it, all right? But now you at least know what you don't know, all right? After that, what we're going to do is we're going to get you to the stage of becoming consciously competent. Now you know what you know, and you can make informed decisions, okay? This is why I tell you to wait. I know it may be counterintuitive, but your success is my interest. I have a vested interest in you being successful, okay? So conscious competence. And the last level, and this is where you and I are when it comes to tying our shoes, and that's unconscious competence, okay? Now, we don't even think about it, we just tie our shoes. You will get to the point where you don't even have to think about it. You will just automatically be able to do and be successful as an internet marketer. However, there's a ways between those four, okay? You're starting at the first level. I have your vested interest in mind, and I don't want you to spend money, because I wasted literally thousands of dollars on tools that I should not have wasted my money on. And my sponsor told me the exact same thing. He said, don't spend money on things until you have educated yourself. So that's just what I do, all right? You would be wise to follow it. All right, now, that leads me to the last section here. When will I start making money? Well, it depends. It depends on two things. Number one, the time that you put in educating yourself. And number two, the level that you position yourself at in WMI. All right? Now, the time. Here's how I do it. I still work an 8-hour day, okay, for my regular job. So I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. I put in an hour and a half doing, working on my automation, working on my system in the morning, and then at lunchtime I'll make some calls from my cell phone, and then in the evening I'll put in another 2 or 3 hours. Okay, that's what I do, and I found results doing that. So you have to start that way. It takes a significant amount of work early on. However, what you're going to see is it begins paying dividends, and now through all of the work that I've put in developing my automated system, I'm now seeing the money flow in every day. I'm making money every day, and it's completely automated. That's the beauty of the system, folks, is it is automated, automated, automated. In fact, I'm making this short 10-minute video, okay, one time, and I'm never going to have to make it again. But this is training, okay? This is leveraging the technology. So to keep that in mind, the time that you put in education is directly correlate to how soon you're going to start making money, okay? Also, the level that you establish yourself at in WMI, all right? I always tell everybody, start with the M3. If at all possible, start with the M3. Why? Because if you don't start with the M3, every time somebody comes on, sees the opportunity, says, I want to be an M3, boom, that's a commission that you've just missed. For me, it's a lose-win situation. Here's why. It's a lose because you, my team member, have lost a commission. It's a win because for me, I'm actually making a commission. I'm making the money that you had. I would much rather have that money be going into your pocket and you being successful than me. Okay, I have my own pipeline. I have my own work that I do. So I don't want to be taking your money. I want you to be successful. Okay, start at M3. I moved heaven and earth to start at M3. Literally. If you can't start at M3, start at M2. Okay, because your M2s and your M3s, that's where the serious money is. That's where you're going to be finding $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month in earnings. Okay, but if you don't start at M2 and M3, you're going to have to put in a significant amount more of work in order to do that. All right, so it takes time to develop your system to begin automating itself. All right, and then it takes positioning yourself. All right, so keep that in mind. All right. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Okay? Keep that in mind. I'm really glad to have you on the team. I'm very much looking forward to showing you, to helping you, and to creating a success for you. Every single one of you that I've talked to on the phone has a story, and I care deeply about every one of you, and I want you all to be successful. All right? That's all I've got. Cheers and aloha, and we'll talk to you soon.